little Molly here. Come on, Molly, come on. Right, playing games. Playing games with your dog for fun, exercise, enrichment, and all of that stuff. We get dogs because we want them as a companion. We want to have fun with them. We want to take them to the park. We want to throw a ball. We want to play games. Now, if you think the gun dog training, all the complexities of it, and all the relevant steps that you have to instill right from the very, very beginning, and don't move on until those foundations are firmly implanted. Let's just face it, it's a glorified game of fetch. In reality, it's just a little bit more difficult, more complex, and a lot more steps to it. But it's just a glorified game of fetch. Molly's owners want to do just that. They want to take her to a park and they want to throw a ball, watch her have fun, watch her chase, watch her release some expelled energy, watch her play fetch and chase and get the tennis ball and bring it back to them. That's why everybody gets a dog. That's why Molly's owners have got a dog. But Molly has made up the rules to the game herself. And Molly's rules go something like, see the ball, wait for the handler or the mum and dad or the owners to throw the ball. Molly then looks at the ball, she runs out, picks the ball up, and then either comes back halfway or runs off, hides it, buries it, and doesn't want to come back. So we need to change in Molly's mind the last two rules of this game. No longer is the game of fetch going to be pick it up, come back halfway, or even worse, run off, try and bury it, try and cache it, or refuse to come back to us. Now, most of you keen-eyed people will potentially have noticed there's a bit of spaniel in there, okay? And you're right, Molly is a Spandor, Spaniel Labrador cross. So we are dealing with an element of spaniel behaviour, specifically cocker spaniel behaviour, where every man that's worked with them or every woman that's worked with them will always tell you they all do that. They all run off and they all try and bury it, they all try and cache it, they all try and save it for later, and they all are very, very reluctant to go back. So we're mindful of a classic breed trait behaviour here while we're doing this. It's not going to affect us, it's not going to change anything, but we just have to have it in the back of our minds. So, as I was saying, at the moment, Molly is making up the last two rules of this game of fetch, which her owners want to play with her. We need to reteach her, one, not to do that, but two, do this, because it's going to be more fun for you. How do we do that? Well, nothing is the answer. So when Molly makes the wrong decision to only come back halfway and stand there and wait and look at us, or run off, we do nothing. We make ourselves as boring, uninteresting as we possibly can. So while she's not playing the game of the rules or the rules of the game correctly, we are doing nothing. However, when she is playing the game and following the rules correctly, that's when we're exciting, that's when we're energetic, that's when we're geeing her up, that's when we're going, Molly, 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 yeah, good girl, good girl, good girl. Okay, and then we release the ball very, very quickly. But to make it a little bit more easier on us to do just that, what we're not going to do is throw this ball as far as we possibly can across the park, because we need to get Molly some exercise. Molly needs to run further. In this case, that is the hindrance, and that is what is giving her time and space and distance to make that wrong choice. So we're going to make it easier for her. All back garden stuff, and when I say this is all back garden stuff, I mean you can train, work and achieve and make progress in a smaller space as what back garden you have. If you don't have a back garden, do it in your lounge. If you don't have a lounge, do it in your hallway. The point is, you do not need a lot of space to do this, because to change the rules of the game, we just need her to learn the mechanics of that game. Here it is, see it, watch it go, out you go, pick it up, bring it back to me and either drop it at my feet or put it in my hands. That's all this game entails. So what we're going to do is, with very, very little distance, and I'm talking from sort of here to the camera away in relation to, what's that, 4 or 5 metres, we're going to gear her up and we're going to toss it out. If she does not bring that ball back to us, we are going to stand there with our hands in our pockets, look at the sky, flick through Facebook or TikTok or TikTok, whatever you call it, showing me age and generation there, until she makes the decision to bring it back to us. Once she does that, that's when we kick into life. Way, all the energy, all the excitement, all the praise, all the encouragement. Lovely, lovely, lovely job. But then we've got to get rid of it quickly so that she learns and picks up, oh, okay, I get it. So previously I was doing the 2 last steps of this game incorrectly. But if I do it by the rules that you're setting for me, then the game continues. Right, okay. Oh, actually, then the game is a little bit more fun because I can see you're interacting with me. I can see you're winding me up and making me excited and instilling energy into me. Right, okay. I'll follow your new rules then because you've taught me that that is a more better game to play. Molly, come. So, yeah, playing games, come on, sweetheart, playing games with your dogs, but make sure you set the rules of that game. Once your dog starts to set the rules of the game, which Molly is currently doing, then you give up because it's not so fun for you. So then think about how you can change the rules of the game that you want to play with your dog to benefit both you and the dog. So yeah, game of fetch. If the dog's not bringing the ball back, or if the dog's running off, confine the space down. Don't throw it in the park because you're giving them too much distance and too much space to make the wrong decision. Work on this in your garden or your lounge or in a more confined space so they then get to learn the mechanics of if I bring back the item, the game continues. If I don't bring back the item, it gets very, very boring very, very quickly.